Good morning, children. Today, let us begin the next lesson. Unit 4 Atomic Structure. In this lesson, the first part which we are going to learn is ancient views of atomic structure. What the people who lived in ancient time, that means early time, thought about this atom and how the knowledge about atom was there in the early time also before science and technology was introduced or developed. Let's see that. It's in page number 56, unit 4, atomic structure. Ancient views of atomic structure. Maharishi Kanan's theory of atoms. We know that anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. And the matter is made up of very minute particles which is called atoms. Hence, atoms are the building stones of all type of matter. So this is the introduction of the atomic structure. Any matter which we see all around us is made out of atoms only. All the matter is having the building stones like atoms. So all the matter is made up of atoms. Now, what about the knowledge? The knowledge about matter in the Indian history? That means ancient time. What the Indian people or the people who were known before thought about it. The first point is Indian scientist Kanand, who lived in 6th century BC, before Christ, and he proposed that Paramanu is the smallest particle that is indestructible. Para means beyond and Anu means atom. So he said that all the matter is made up of Paramanu. That means atom cannot be subdivided further. This is the fact still exists. So atom cannot be subdivided. Kanand also suggested that two Paramanu of the same class come together and combine to form a binary molecule which is called Twinuka. That means had a properties of the two parent Paramanu. So he further suggested that Paramanu of different classes of substances combine in different ways to form different kinds of Twinuka. So Kanan's theory was considered very advanced at that time. That time the people were thinking that what is this? That was so advanced. Now, Kanand in 6th century has said about atom in his theory. So this is the thought of Indian scientists in the ancient time. Now, Democritus' theory of atoms. Democritus was a Greek philosopher. He suggested that he was a philosopher. The smallest particles of substance is atom. Greek word atomos means something that cannot be divided. So both of them have said that matter is made up of some particles that cannot be further divided. Therefore, if you take a piece of iron and go on breaking it into a smaller pieces, a stage comes when the ultimate particle cannot be broken down further. That is called atom. So, after that, the second part of the lesson is the first part, two people's thought about atom is given. One is Democritus, who belonged to, he was a Greek philosopher, and also the Indian scientist Maharishi Kanand. So these two people have thought about atom long time before, in ancient time. After that, in 18th century, Dalton's theory of atom existed. So an English school teacher, he was not a scientist but he was just a teacher, proposed his atomic theory of matter. According to him, what is matter? Atom is the basic unit of matter, whether it is an element or a compound or any mixture. The basic unit of any matter is atom that can take part in a chemical reaction. He has further said one point that If you take any matter, the chemical reaction between any matter will start from the smallest particle, that is atom. The main postulates of Dalton's atomic theory are given there. You should understand and also memorize it. It will be asked in the long question. The matter is, according to Dalton, these are the points he has said theory. The matter is made up of very small particles called atom. First point. Second, atoms are indestructible. Hence, atoms cannot be created or destroyed. It is the law of conservation. Any atom cannot be created by man or cannot be destroyed. Atoms are indivisible. It means atom cannot be divided. And atoms are various kinds. They are as many kinds of atoms are of elements. How many elements are discovered? More than that are there. So many elements are not yet discovered. So every element has its own atom. That is his point. All atoms of an element are identical. That means if you take an element like gold, all the part of that atoms will be identical, similar, and they have same mass, size and chemical properties. Every atom of the same element will be having the same size and chemical properties too. Atoms of different elements differ in mass, size and chemical properties. So different atoms has its own mass and own size and own properties. During chemical combination, elements of the same or different elements combine in small whole numbers to form the compound atoms called molecules. So one or two atoms combine to form molecules, similar or different it can be. So this is what Dalton said in his theory. So first we understood that ancient time people what they thought about atom, and there are two people's ideas are given and that you should know, and Dalton's theory and what he said, all the points you should learn it. Now the next part is entirely different, which are discovered by different people. Atoms, the theory of atoms which are said by these people are proved in a different way. That we will see it in the next class. So the first two part we have understood. There are 10 different parts in this lesson. So first part, ancient views of atomic structure. Second part, Dalton's theory of atom. All the important points you read and understand and try to by heart it. So when we go to the other part, I will explain the rest of the things.